actually be kind of hard. I don't know. Is this working? Yes it is. Should I do a YouTube intro? Maybe. Greetings, for it is I. What's my name? Hang on a minute, I keep getting this. Ventolin. Yeah, perfect. And yeah, this is Higurashi, chapter 1, sub-chapter 6. Yeah, okay. A few days had passed since the incident. During that time, either Mian was busy or Rika-chan had to help with the festival preparations, so we couldn't get everyone together for club activities. Even though I thought I would never want to participate again after the years, it shaded off my life each time, not having it only made my heart grow fonder. I really am not honest with myself. Today we finally had our club activities again. These weren't the same old club activities. It was called the Onikakushi 5 Demon Firefight, and it was one of the biggest events in the club. Neato. Akichi, does this yukata still fit you? Can you try it on for a second? Mom pulled out an old dusty yukata. No, I don't need a yukata, those are embarrassing, so I'll just go in my normal clothes. But this is a festival, wear it, okay? Rina and the others said regular clothes are just fine. If I was the only one wearing a yukata, it would just be even more embarrassing. I put on the same old vest as usual. I'll be going with Rina and the others, so you don't need to worry about me. Is that so? I'll be going with Dad when he wakes up. I let out a loud snore from the sofa. From how it looks, he must have pulled an all-nighter last night. He just finished sending in his manuscript, so he might not wake up for a while. It seems my dad writes for art magazine sometimes too. I never read it though. I wonder if my dad is a really famous artist. Since his own son is saying something like that, I can't imagine he's selling gold that well. But he's able to feed a family of 3 and my life isn't exactly full of hardships. Could be that he's some master painter and I didn't know about it. Ding dong. Kichi-kun, are you home? Uh-oh, it was already time. I didn't want them coming here, so I was planning on leaving early and waiting outside. My Rina-chan, thank you for always looking after Kichi. Ma'am, he's also been looking out for. Why are you blushing just from meeting my mom? Wait a second. This is a bit... Yeah, that's going towards that, okay? Don't get off us, it really doesn't feel right. Let's go, Rina. As Rina would continue to space out if I left her, I grabbed her and then dragged her out. Okay. Things my... Okay. Rina-chan, look after Kichi for me. Oh, yes, ma'am. Even if it means I must sacrifice myself. Then why don't you do it right now? She rode back even as I was dragging her away. Oh, okay. Okay, Kichi-chan. You hungry today? We'll take care of that at these stalls. You thought I'd let myself get full knowing that club activities will involve the stalls? Wouldn't have it any other way. We are Rika-chan and Satoko. Are they already at the temple? No. Maybe, probably. They live there, don't they? Yeah, Rika-chan's a festival committee member after all. Satoko-chan is probably with her as well. I see, alright. Let's make some noise today. Yeah. We were all in high spirits, just the 3 of us. It was way more lively at the food shrine than the last time I came, far exceeding my expectations. Throngs of people were crammed between rows of market stalls lined up with colourful paper lanterns. Despite that, it was actually quite enjoyable. There sure are a lot of people here. I can't believe they all live in Himizawa. Everyone attends the Onikakushi. I think about how the village is here. It's not just that. Municipal and youth councils from neighbouring towns and villages advertise this event as well. That's right. There aren't that many students at our school, but there's a lot of kids here today. It just doesn't feel like a festival unless there are kids running around after all. That's true, I agree. Oh, hello, and good morning, good evening. At least you already knew everyone we came across. Of course, I greeted them as well, but I still wasn't familiar with everyone yet. Irina-chan, thanks for the food you brought me a while back. My son loved it, he said it was delicious. Cool. It was nothing at all, I'm glad he liked it. Say hello to Kuzima for me, please. Hey, if Agent Shinozaki Ojo-chan, don't know what that is. I'm in charge of a stand again this year, so make sure you come visit. Pops, have you grown and gotten fatter? You'll end up having a heart attack with a gut like that. Oh, this kid here is new. Are you one of her underclassmen? He's one of my members, an upcoming hopeful. If you cross him, you could crush your stand in one night. You've got little Missy seal of approval, I see. Hope you take it easy on me. As you could imagine, Mian was chatting away with the old guides running the stalls. Mi-chan is really energetic after all. She's really popular with the older men. I think Rina's pretty popular too, being cute and all. That was, of course, so long as her little condition didn't flare up. But as long as she's blushing quietly, she's pretty cute. Huh? I'm popular with some people? Really? Really? Maybe, with some people. I evaded giving her a straight answer by roughly tossing her hair. The stormkeepers came all the way from town. There's not really a festival without them after all. So we're going to mess with them now. I don't care what kind of match it is, I'm gonna win it. Oh yes, haha, I'll try too. Oh, hello Satoko. Hey, you're all very late. It's unacceptable to keep a lady waiting, Kikechi-san. Oh, my bad. So where is this lady I've kept waiting? What? Did you just say? Alright, Satoko was in top form as well. Seemed she was all excited about being able to get everyone in the club together for the first time in a while. Whoa, Rika-chan, cute? Rina let out an elated sigh. It seemed that the real lady had made her appearance. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to Kichi as well. Whoa, looking good. You're looking sharp again this year. Sharp? Cute. Gonna take you home. Mika-chan was wearing a Shrine Maiden outfit. Yep. Rina's little outburst was completely understandable. Mika-chan's clothes sure look like the real deal. Is that a real Shrine Maiden outfit? My grandmother made them by hand. They're quite authentic. Rika-chan has an important task to do at the end of the festival, so she's wearing this. I see Rika-chan was on the executive committee because she performed all the Shrine Maiden rituals for the festival. My work is only during the final of the festival. Ooh. Okay, that was a bit thinky. So I still play for a while. But we cannot afford to waste any time. Let us begin. Alright. 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 It felt good to wander around the festival with just the 5 of us. Mian called everyone over to a stand that caught her attention and proposed a rather odd competition. Takioka eating race. Everyone has to buy their own. Ready, go. Standard in vendor stores, the Takioke stand. What was especially standard for these kind of events was the fact that they were simply balls of dough. Takioke name only. It burns. Are you okay, Kikechi-kun? Have some water. My, eating those scalding takoyaki whole is suicide. I guess the trick is to buy the ready-made ones that have been left there for a while. They really don't taste good. So next to it was a shaved ice cream stand. It was still a bit too early in the season for that, but right then it didn't matter. Let's do a shaved ice cream this time. It's a shaved ice cream eating race. Ready, go. Shaved ice cream eating race? I can't. As long as you can melt it a bit with your body heat, then it's so cold. Yeah, probably it's ice, isn't it? That's so smart. This old man ordered it with plenty of syrup. It can melt quickly when it's mixed up. Those stooges were too late. The moment they chose to take their head on was their downfall. Phew. Finished. Higurashi-chan is done? That was too fast. It couldn't be. Higurashi-kun, you didn't add water from the goldfish tank behind you, did you? That can't taste very good. Anything for victory, I guess. Next to that was another old favorite, a cotton candy stand. Oh yeah, cotton candy, I like that. Why don't we do this one next? Of course it's a speeding contest. Hey, how do you eat cotton candy quickly? I don't know. How? On Satoko's mark, me and Satoko and I will press the cotton candy with our bare hands. The time it took to stick the whole thing into our mouths, 3 seconds. I expected Satoko to figure it out, but I didn't think Higurashi-chan would too. I can't have you treat me like a newbie forever, can I? It won't taste very good. Higurashi-chan had also crushed it between our hands and stuck it into our mouth. You keep saying that, huh? This is probably the only place in Japan where people eat cotton candy like this. I think only Rena's cotton candy was happy with how it was eaten. I felt like we would end up doing stuff like eat noodles to the nose contest or human water pump at the goldfish scoop. At this rate things were going. So man would probably still win too. I'm simply no match for Mion-san when it comes to eating repulsive things. Yeah, seriously. What's up with you guys? Are you telling me you don't want to have a blue Hawaiian topped yakisoba eating contest? Shake, both Satoko and I shook our heads in unison. I don't know what that is, but okay. I'm guessing it doesn't taste nice. Can we have a game that doesn't involve food this time, can we? Green's proposal was a godsend. It was about time we played a different kind of game. It also seemed like neither Rina nor Higurashi were any good at speed eating or gorging themselves. Okay Rina, I'll let you pick out the next game. Anything is fine. Well then, I'm gonna be the judge. Find cute things on the festival grounds. You have 1 minute. Fine by me, I know exactly what Rina likes. Alright, I think I can win with that. Ready, go. Oh, why aren't Higurashi-kun and Rika-chan starting? Why not? You and Satoko dashed off madly, but Rika-chan and I stayed right where we were. Could it be you already found the cute thing? We've already found it. Higurashi too? Yeah. What is it? I can't wait. Both Rika-chan and I stood motionless for those few moments before Mion and Satoko returned. This is probably the first time we've gone head to head like this. It will be the first time. Rika-chan, you expect to win with that, huh? I'm a member of this club as well. Win by any means, it's our club's third rule. Rika-chan sneered. To the best of her ability, you're on. Both Mion and Satoko came back, each with their own plans of attack stuffed in their arms. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay then, let's go in order. Let's start with the club president, Mi-chan. Too bad you guys, I'm ending this now. Someone bought this. Where did she get those? They were old tin diamond shaped signs, a pleb curry, snake wheel, incense, and Orion. How about this? Oh, okay. That's very understated, a little too understated beyond. I used to see those stuck up on barbed wire fences. They were more nostalgic than cute. Can you explain what part of that is cute? But there were 2 puffs of smoke, mostly shooting out of Rina's ears and nose, almost like a steam train. I didn't get it. I shall be up next. What is this? It was the hand-drawn poster from the Ladies' Society's ghosted porn stall. It was a really bad sketch done by a housewife. that has a lot of heart. An anthropomorphic roasted corn drawn without any sort of real plan. Its very existence invited a sense of sorrow to the viewer. Seems like something I would draw. Sweep. As a sign of blood jutting out of Venus' nose. It seemed to have been made higher than Beyond's. I really didn't get it. It feels like your artistic sense is a little avant-garde by about 5 eons. Ho 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 ho. Those were nothing but a mass-produced sign after all. You had no chance against something hand-drawn. I couldn't even begin to follow the way those guys were thinking. Why is it the more personal, the better? Then I'll be next. This is Rika-chan, is it? What can you even do without anything? Did you and Satoko both forget if Rika-chan felt like it, you could simply... After moving back about 10 yards, she began welding up to Rina. Seeing that both Rina and Satoko gasped. Oh no. Too late. Rika-chan tripped over nothing and lay motionless after falling down. Rina hurried over to help her. Rika-chan, are you alright? Are you alright? Rika-chan had a lump on her forehead, and tears welled up in her eyes. Only her fingers peeked out from her sleeves. This was the vital part. The palms of her hands were covered by her sleeves. She just made a single sound. Mew. Ah, how cute, cute. I'm gonna take you home. I'd completely forgotten that. The play that I had personally had to use. Nina's face went completely red. Her head went back and forth with excitement. She embraced Rika-chan's, began rubbing her cheeks against her. I expect no less from her. Not a single element was overlooked. Lolly, Shrine Maiden, Twinkle crying, Mute, it was all perfect. A simple trip transcended into pure moe. No, this is what you call art. Now this is what you call art. Aki-chan has a pretty weird definition of art. I'll just pretend the sharp sting in those words cutting through me like a razor was a figment of my imagination. Rika-chan turned her gaze to me with a daunting smile as she was caressed by Rina, who was in full cute mode. Akichi, can you beat me? That cold smile is frightening, Rika-chan. It must just be my imagination, but I see a demon inside her sometimes. Ki-chan seems to have his own plan of attack. I wonder what he's gonna show her. I also wish to observe the play Ki-chan-san will make. Could it be Iskagechi also going to give a performance? I basked in their pointed stares. I pulled Rina, who gave no sign of cancelling out cute mode, away from Rika-chan. How cute things, cute thing. Kachi-kun, let's go. I'll show you something cute and cuter, so just hold on for now. Huh? Oh, something even cuter? But it's a bit too crowded here, let's go back there. Rina looked very surprised as I pulled her behind the shrine. I cannot fathom what Kichi-san could possibly be planning. This is Kichi-chan after all. No, it couldn't be. Inappropriate. Keep on fighting. Maybe. After a bit I returned. Probably not, though, it's probably one of those misunderstanding things. And after that, so did Rina, dragging her feet. There's no way that Ganjul Ki-chan did something to innocent little Rina. Me and Satoko passed by me, heading straight to Rina. Da 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 da. What exactly did he do to you? For a moment, Rina was too dazed to realize someone was talking to her. Gasp. Ho. Oh, it's me-chan. Ho. Rina, are you alright? Did Ki-chan do anything to you? No, he didn't do anything strange to me. Ho. This is quite severe. What exactly did Kakeshi-san show you? It was so cute. Ho. Cute. What did he show you, Rina? Rina let out a really long ho. Her eyes sparkled as she spoke. Cute, so cute. Kakechi-kun's very little skill. Yeah, this is a misunderstanding thing. Bye bye. Form proof. In the blink of an eye, Mia and Satoko's elbow smashed into my face. Huh? How? What? What? It's just showing Venus something so dirty. You sick pervert. I shall have you beaten into oblivion. Oh wait, you got it wrong. A dark billowing overflowed from Neon Satoko. He was no good, they're gonna kill me. Mi-chan, I'm not sure what's going on, but you got it wrong. You see, Higurashi-chan had... It's a first sealed keychain. Mika-chan stuck her hand into my pocket and pulled out my keychain. Eh? He said he made it a long time ago for one of his summer school assignments. He said he doesn't show it to others often because it's embarrassing. Yeah, so small and cute. He tried his best to make it. It's so wonderful. Oh, this old man thought you meant it was Yukechi's cute little first seal. Oh, I expect no less from Mion-san. You misconstrue things in the wildest ways. They struck insults at each other and looked like they were ready to tear each other apart any second. I beg of you. If I'm in the clear, would you mind getting off me? Oh, a photo. It was Tommy Tak. We were interrupted by the flash of a camera. Hey guys, you all seem energetic as usual. It was Tommy Tak-san. As I lay crumbled on the ground, Yen and Satoko continued to bicker above me. Mika-chan was patting me on the head and Rina was still in cue mode. It was probably quite a lively scene. It was a fine evening indeed, although it's rather poor etiquette to photograph a lady without her permission. That's right. At least you don't really need Satoko's permission. Hug. Satoko dug her knee and heel into me. Good evening. You're heading back tomorrow, aren't you? Were you able to take lots of good photos? Thanks to you, I got plenty of good shots. Tonight's the last we can see old Tommy Tak-sama, isn't it? Such a shame. Hurry up and have your major breaks down soon. Just as rude as ever, aren't you? I really am sad I won't be able to hear that voice of yours for almost half a year. Be sure to have as much fun as you can tonight. You'll be back in Tokyo tomorrow after all. Well, that's true. It'll be another 6 months, so I can enjoy another night where I can see the stars. Tommy Tak-san looked up at the night sky cheerfully. At that moment, even though he was smiling, I sensed a bit of sadness. Why don't you move here, Tommy Tak-san? In Himizawa. Tommy Tak-san was speechless. It's not very convenient here, no shops or recreational spots. There might not be anything real here, but you know, no one knew what I was trying to say. Tommy Tak-san was also well aware. Serena, Neon, Satoko, and Mika-chan, none of them butted in. I've only been here for less than a month, so I don't really know anything about it. Normally I'm a really talkative guy, but in situations like this I'm at a loss for words. Even though all this was happening in such a boisterous setting, it felt like all the background noise was fading into the distance. This place is probably... Tommy Tak-san rested his hand on me, gently silencing me. Yeah, thank you, Tachi-kun. Yun-chan and Rina-chan, Satoko-chan, and Rika-chan. Tommy Tak-san's smile was so slight, it looked as if it was about to crumble at any minute, but it was warm. I also think it would be great if I could live here. Those might have been cool words coming from a kid who didn't need to worry about working to feed himself. A hand touched my back. It was Rina. Tachi-kun, you shouldn't pick on adults, it's not nice. The background clam of the festival returned. We won't be seeing him for a while after all. We need to make sure Tommy Tak-san also enjoys tonight. When Rina smiled, the mood instantly got brighter. That's true, I think I'll do just that. Hey Mi-chan, how about it? Can we let Tommy Tak-san in our club activities? That's a great idea, or so I thought, but Mion had a snobbish look in her face. One of the requirements for the membership is residence in Himizawa, you see. Come on, Mi-chan, just for today, don't be mean. I wonder what the requirements are. I don't think I've been informed of this. Maybe that'll come with the tips. While it does come around often every year, I'll make him an honorary citizen. Whoa, yay. Now then, I wonder if this aged fellow, well past his prime, will be a match for me. Let's have him show us the wisdom of a mature adult. Haha, can you keep up with us young'uns? Tomitaka-san stepped back slightly at our, odious grins. I, Mion Shinozaki, Club President, do hereby authorize honorary citizen Tomitaka-san, Tomitaka's entry into our club. Her words were quickly drowned out by our cheers. What do you mean by club? What a club does, you see, in order to cope with our complicated society, we perform various activities with the various rules. Sometimes they are in your favor, or sometimes they work against you. I'm pretty weak, so I prefer you not single me out. Let's try to get along. If you wish to mock our childish games, then this will be the perfect opportunity. We'll leave you with nothing. We won't even leave the hairs on your brow. So it's a club where we play games together. Of course, Rika-chan was the only one to give an answer that made sense. Alright, just what I wanted. I'll take you up on the challenge. Don't be too rough with me, my mentors. Tomitaka-san got riled up and did a victory pose like he was 10 years younger. That's perfect. Your victory pose? What's that? Like when you put your hand up or something? I don't know. What type of pose did he do? We continued walking through the festival with Mion in the front. Now we looked like a family of 6. It had some intensity to it. Same moves as always. The loser will, of course, be subject to a penalty. Tomitaka-san was a bit surprised, but to us it was just the same as always. Regardless of how terrible the penalty it was. Just don't lose. Rina was also brimming with determination. She didn't have any intention of losing. That's true. I tousled Rina's hair to lighten the mood. She giggled to hide her embarrassment. I see, this is what it means to feel like a kid again. Tomitaka-san whispered that to nobody in particular. At that moment we heard an old man call out in a strong voice. Looking over, I realized it was the man Mion had greeted before the festival. You're here. Well, Miss Shinozaki, seems you brought quite the crowds. We came to eradicate your entire stall. The stall was a shooting gallery. It was the usual setup where you had to knock down the prize you wanted with a cork gun. The rules are simple. 3 shots, the winner is whoever gets the biggest prize. Everyone shouted their agreement. There was no need to consider how to win since the condition for victory was simply size. The biggest prize on the stall, it went without a doubt, without question. It was that one, wasn't it? Well, then that teddy bear, cute. Mina was gazing longingly at us, large stuffed animal. It was intentionally placed on an unsteady platform, so it was possible to get it if you hit the right spots. Its magnificence sat up to make someone think that. Not bad, Pikachu-san. I figured you would see through this scam instantly. The most logical course of action would be to aim for candy or a doll. The intent analysis had already begun. In this club you'll get eaten if you don't come prepared. Everything hinges on what plan you come up with before the main event. At some point a large crowd had gathered around us, making a big fuss. There was this much of a following for our club's infamous event. Knocking that bear down ensures a win. Only 3 shots to use them all. Just trying that would be tough. Hey, you have other customers waiting, you know. Who's up first? The first one has the advantage of being able to aim for the easier prizes, but it's dangerous to complete without knowing the gun's quirked. Tomitaka-san's take on the situation was pretty good. He gets what our club is about. Well then, to be fair, how about using rock, paper, scissors to decide how about it? That's really the only way. Rock, paper, scissors. After a couple of matches it ended up with Mion being first. I don't want to end up first. Oh well, I'll just think of it as a handicap. Ram's gun, here you go. While the shooting range guy handed her a rifle, Mion looked it over intently. She didn't forget to check the bullet either. Okay, this gun is brand new, isn't it? No faults, not bad. Mion raised the gun in one swift motion. It's completely different from her careful inspection. She was shooting from the hip. Fire, reload. Fire, reload. Fire, flop. Flop, flop. 3 candy boxes fell one after another. Big hole. The crowd paused in a moment of awe and then erupted into cheers. Whoa, awesome. And that was quite good. Tommy-san was at a loss for words after seeing such shooting prowess. Amazing, Mi-chan. 3-3. Her accuracy was incredible, her choice of targets wasn't bad either. The 3 Mian had gone after were fairly large and pretty easy to knock over. They were all targets with a very high return on investment. Who's up next? Satoko? Careful, the bullets are light. Next was Satoko. The rifle looked a bit too big for her light body, but... oh wait. But it didn't seem like she had any problems with the weight. Of course I shall aim for the grand prize. She proclaimed that she was going after the teddy bear. Damn Satoko, such a bold move. The moment she knocked it over, she guaranteed to be in first. Good luck, Satoko-chan. Satoko was the opposite of Mion. She aimed at the targets very carefully and squeezed the trigger. Wow, these bullets are too light. The first 2 bullets stuck the bear in the torso, but it only shifted a bit. You should aim higher towards the head, or it won't work. Satoko's third bullet was aimed at the bear, but at the candy box wasn't aimed at the bear, but the candy lock box below its arm. I hate to say it, but it appears the bear is just too much for me. She went boldly after the big catch, but since she switched over to less impressive prey at the last second, the crowd only gave a strained laugh. Were they laughing because she lacked the courage? These fools know nothing. Fine attempt, Satoko, you've gotten better. The palm of Mion outstretched hands went palm as it tapped down lightly on Satoko. She appeared to just be talking hot air, but this was actually completely calculated. Damn that Satoko, just to avoid being in last place, you dare to switch over to an easy target. Without shame or honor. Magnificent. I'll allow you to take the bear, Rina-san. I pray for your victory. Okay. Thanks so much, Satoko-san. How... Bear-san, so cute. How Bear-san so cute. Rina was up next. She couldn't hit the broadside of a barn as a regular Rina, but she said the bear was cute. Okay. I wonder how Rina-chan will do. I hope she's able to hit at least one. No underestimating Rina, said Tommy-san. It's Rina, you know. It's Rina Higurashi, you know. If it was to get that teddy bear, well, Tommy-san wheeled around to see that what all the commotion to the spectators were making was about. If it was to get the bear, she'd be able to shoot through a pinhole. The one known as Rina Higurashi could do it. Shaking. How cute. Rina couldn't hide her excitement over the bears still rocking, and Rina couldn't lose. Not bad, Rina-san. The less collected you become, the stronger you get. Whoa. Another big cheer. Rina's bullet hit the bear's forehead again. Not enough, the bear seemed to wobble more than before. But it might not be possible. With this fire rate, yeah, maybe. You'll never know. With Rina-chan's skill, it might be. Actually, it's taking a long time for some reason. I was just shooting them like pew directly after each other. Well, the Tomorita was just as excited as the crowd. Rika-chan's analysis was not swayed by emotion. If Rina had 10 more shots, then she could surely knock it over. There was just one more, no matter how you looked at it, no go. Ow. The crowd let out a dejected groan. She had shot it right in the forehead 3 times. It was a bit late, but they gave her a good round of applause for the attempt. how Bear-san take you home. Oh, you should be praised for her valor, but she had no trophies to show for it. Then at that moment, the old man picked one of the candy boxes with his finger and handed it to Rina. That's for you, little lady. Huh? You're giving this to me, ho? The gods won't forgive me if I let you go home empty-handed after such a display. There was another shower of applause. Rina turned bright red and I pulled her back over to use her hand. Really good job. Your cute mode really surprised me. How I really wanted Mr. Bear. It's easy to see that it only needs a little more to be knocked over. Rina had quite a lot for me. I still needed to pay her back for that delicious picnic. Alright then, I'll get it and give it to you. What? Tomitaka-san had stolen the words right out of my mouth. Okay. Please, Tomitaka-san. Good luck. Damn you, old man Tomitaka. Seeing the good parts for yourself. As one hand stretched over and gently fell on my head just before my head was overcome with frustration. You keep on fighting, Kikechi, okay? Tomitaka-san carefully studied the bear, letting his sight he shoulders the rifle while holding the other two shots in his hand. Why is he doing that? Yes, no doubt, Tomitaka-san is aiming for... Pump. Oh, he's using a rapid fire. The time between the shots was short. It was meaningless to shoot again once it stopped shaking. Tomitaka-san was relying on rapid fire to win the battle. It was visually wobbling, much more than it ever had before. But that was all. It still didn't fall over. Oh, too bad. One of Rina's momentary expectation from watching it sway finally turned into a dejected sigh. I really thought it'd work. It seems that since you're a man, you will not receive any candy. That was it. It meant Tomitaka-san had no spoils of war. Both Akei-chan and Rika-chan can just shoot down a small easy prize and avoid being dead last. Avoid being the loser, huh? Oh, sorry about that. It's your turn next, Kikechi-kun. Best of luck. I was the fifth shooter. I took the rifle from Tomitaka-san. If I took the ruthless route as Mion had suggested, then I would go for a smaller target, except... When I picked up the rifle, I definitely got a feeling from it. It was burning passion, passed down to me by Tomitaka-san. The regret of not being man enough to fell the bear that Rina wanted. Yes, that's right. If I didn't aim for the bear, then I wouldn't be a man. After all, that was my promise to Rina. Huh? Oh, what promise? What? To shoot down that bear and give it to Rina, that one. You mean how? The crowd went wild when they saw our conversation. Whoa, cool. You've got balls, man. That's not it. Fine, men of the crowd. If I didn't do this, then Rina might mug the old man running the stool on his way home. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. Why can't I express my honest feelings? Kikechi-san surely talks the talk, but how do you actually intend to bring down the bear? I don't know. Rina and Tomitaka-san's shots did make it tilt a bit, but I think finishing the job will be difficult. Higurashi-kun, if only there was some way to shoot faster, I'd be able to pile more power on display from each hit. A better gun. Good luck, Higurashi-kun. After taking 2 deep breaths, I shied over to the guy. 2 more rifles. Well, I guess that also helps. More pow, more damage, I guess, in one thingy, cause, yeah, okay. The crowd murmured amongst themselves. I wonder what Kikechi-san is up to. One person can't handle 3 rifles at once. I get it. Nice thinking, Ki-chan. Mion was able to figure it out magnificently. Basically, what was taking the most time was reloading the shot. That's right. And by putting 3 preloaded rifles next to each other, Tomitaka-san was silent and prepared, peering at me and the bear through his lens. His photographer's blood predicted a miracle will occur. Then the crowd finally picked up on what I was planning. They let out a great cheer. They chanted my name, Kichi. Rapid fire is the key. If I miss, all is for naught. Phew. As letting out a deep breath, I paused. Relax, now. That moment, I felt like time itself had stopped. I felt like I could see the trajectory of the bullets. Hit, and knock it down. The first shot hit the barrel in its head. The second. The third. The bed swayed hard. And then... Whoa. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know how to say the ooh thingy. It goes like up and down. The cheers began before the stuffed animal even finished falling off the shelf. The guy caught it before it hit the ground and tossed it over to me. You actually knocked it over. You got me. Amazing. Congratulations, Kichi-kun. Yukachi-san has finally learned how to use his head. I see you in a slightly better light now. I didn't do it all by myself. Everyone hit it, and those small bits together brought it down. This trophy belongs to all of us. Right, this is from all of our hard work together. We didn't hit it a single time. Ugh. After holding up the teddy bear like it was a championship trophy, I handed it to Rina. Here, this is from me, note from everyone. Thanks for always making your delicious lunches. Rina, thinking she was never actually going to get it, was momentarily speechless. I can't get Yukachi-kun. This is everyone's after all. How? In that case, I was the one who knocked it down, and it's mine. It's mine, so I'm giving it to Rina. I pushed the stuffed animal towards her again. This time she embraced it and accepted it. You have watched out for me ever since I moved here. After all, I'm really grateful, you see. Thanks a lot. Yukachi-kun, thank you so much. Rina drove at me. Mion told me a few days later that Rina kissed me, but I didn't realize it during all the excitement at the time. I remember what I was trying to say to Tomitaka-san earlier. There really isn't much of anything here, but there were a lot of things you can't find anywhere else. I gained a lot from coming from Himizawa, especially at that moment. The crowd's cheers echoed on and on. From the altar setup in front of the shrine, the drums sounded with a booming echo. It was the final of the festival. I'll be going off then. Uh-oh. I need to go and get myself a good spot too. Well then, everyone, see you in a bit. Both Rika-chan and Tomitaka-san gave their farewells and disappeared into the crowds. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da. I wish both of you the best in your endeavors. Now, shall we be off? Yeah, might as well go see Rika-chan's charming figure. Let's go. Yeah, huh? Where's Rina? What are you doing? Yukachi-kun, Mi-chan saved me. Since she was carrying such a ridiculously large stuffed animal, she was being carried by the flow of people. What is she doing? She might have her hands full taking care of that bear. So I'll leave Rina in your care, Yukachi-chan. I have my hands full taking care of Satoko. Who would want to be looked after by you, Mion-san? I had to please don't pull on my arm. I pulled it inside of Mion. I got the back of Rina's collar. No, Yukachi-kun, not there, don't grab me there. Always so bossy. Why can't I grab them? How? I didn't feel ashamed at all. Rina was ashamed enough for the both of us. I grabbed onto Rina's hands and dashed after Mion and the others. We're gonna be late, let's hurry up. Yeah. I hadn't realized Rina's hand was so delicate. Maybe she needed a bit more exercise and nutrition. That wasn't what I meant, no, not at all. My ears burnt. I tried to calm down and repeated the phrase, keep it together, catching Mabada in my head. But it didn't look like I would be able to anytime soon. I really didn't want Rina to see my face right then. I pushed through onwards and dragging her along without looking back even once. Da ba da ba ba. Oh, this is 45 minutes without a single thing. Like a big thing. There was already a huge crowd of people gathered at the altar in front of the shrine. The fire of the altar made it as bright as midday and just as hot. There was a pile of futons awarded with a sanctified rope in the middle of the front of the altar. I couldn't think of it. They did say it was a festival where they did something with the cons and futons. Kichi-san, Rina-san, we're over here. Toko waved her hand from the front row. Oh, sorry, making our way down to the mass of people. We reached this spot they've saved. How was it? Were you able to have a bit of excitement with Rina? You punk, so that's what your plan was. Instead of replying, Rina gave me a perverse grin. How was it, Rina? Was Kichi's hand bigger than you thought it'd be? Ha ha ha. Rina turned bright red with the steam shooting out from her. I heard something slice through the air and turned around to see Mian on the ground with a welt on her face. Mian, when were you hit? Between the hair and O of a hoe, I think. Rina, it's not good to punch your friends to hide your embarrassment. I didn't hit her, whatever, hoe. Thump, the thunderous beat of the drum echoed silencing the crowd. You must all be quiet, it's beginning. It was a solemn ritual. Rika-chan entered dressed as a shrine maiden, followed by members of the Monipical community. Commute. I messed up multiple times just then. The elders all looked at Rika-chan and clapped their hands in praise. The only thing allowed to disturb the profound silence was the flash from Tomitaka-san's camera. What's the big thing Rika-chan is holding? A hoe that was used for this festival. The sacred farming tool that only the shrine maiden may touch. It was an awkward shape for a piece of farm equipment, not uncommon for something used in rituals. Now to reciting a Shinto prayer. Rika-chan approached the pile of futons gathered at the altar. She swung the hoe skillfully, plowing it onto the futons. Each and every movement of this performance was probably had to be done in a certain way. Without doubt, this was a ritual. What's next? Airing out futons? The purifying futons that absorb illness from people over the winter. When Ki-chan said airing out futons, he wasn't completely wrong. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Rika-chan's face was already dripping with sweat. The hoe was really heavy. She staggered side to side with the momentum of each swing. Toko looked unsidedly, lending her support. Worried? Rika-chan practiced every single day with the mochi hammer. She will certainly prevail. Toko's hands were sweaty, and whenever Rika-chan swayed a little, started to sway a little, she held her breath. Why wasn't Mian a candidate to be the shrine maiden? It feels wrong having Rika-chan swings around something so heavy. I'll do it if they ask me, you know. And well, it's not something just anyone can do. That's true. Shrine maidens need to be pure after all. Gah. Mian drove her elbow into my side. With the thud of the big drum, Rika-chan gave a solemn bow and descended from the altar. That triggered a round of generous applause. After the Shinto priest had raised up the cleansed futon like a portable altar, all the spectators stood up. Following after the priest, we all marched on at a moderate pace. They descended the shrine grounds, giant stairs in a line. What's happening now? Washing the futons in the river? Haha, washing Onikakushi means setting Khan adrift, you know? The potion continued right up to the bank of the stream. The fire was stroked high and it was bright as day here too. People started crowding around it and clamoring. Alright, get in line. The line up Kikajukan. I wonder what was up. Maybe we'll get some holy wine. Red and white bean buns? Haha, it's not food. I said it was cotton. Oh, but of course, they didn't call it the Washinagashi for nothing. I finally understood. The Manifocal committee members pulled out the cotton from inside the futon and balled it up like mochi, handing it out to people. Mina drove into the line and brought out some for me as well. We then proceeded to the bank of the stream. Since it's your first time Kakashi, you can just copy what I do. She held the cotton in her right arm and waving her hand as if to purify it, she touched it to her forehead, chest, navel, and both thighs. You do this 3 times and suddenly give thanks to Shiro-sama. Shiro-sama, what's that? The name of the shrine god? Yes, it's the deity of Himizawa. It brings about both miracles and curses. You must be sure to show respect. I sounded like a pretty frightening god, but, well, when in Rome, I was officially a resident of Himizawa now after all. Doing as Rina showed me, I touched the cotton over myself 3 times. Thank you, Odishida-sama, thank you, Odishida-sama, thank you. This way all the evil that possessed you is sucked out by the cotton. And you let it gently drift away on the stream when you're done. Together Rina and I set our pieces adrift of cotton afloat on the surface of the water. The flower of cotton bloomed into the water had sucked out all the evil festering in Himizawa and drifted off, disappearing into the distance. It was wonderful, like those floating lantern festivals I'd seen on TV. The best part though was the feeling like this rite of passage had made me a true member of Himizawa residents. Oh, here it is. Higurashi when they cry. How's it? A bit longer than the other ones. 51, huh? Guess it's the second half now. Hang on a minute. Yeah, okay then. And yeah, cool beans, cool beans, cool beans. Yeah, right. While staring off into the stream, I somehow got separated from Rina. I wasn't very lonely though. I know this place now. This is where I live, my home. It's probably better if I stay here instead of wandering around aimlessly. Someone would surely find me while I'm enjoying the evening breeze. I heard a familiar voice. It was Tommy-Taxan's. I headed towards it. How did it go, Tommy-Taxan? Were you able to get some good shots? Yeah, fortunately. Tommy-Taxan was with a girl. I felt a little like I was intruding. Was it Kichi-kun? Did you enjoy the festival? From the way she spoke, it seemed like she was a resident of Himizawa. I wish to try hard to remember people's faces here. What was her name? Well, it was fun. Her face must have given her desperate I was trying to remember her name, because she gave a light-hearted chuckle. Sorry because it hasn't been long since you moved here. It's pretty hard to believe seeing how friendly you've gotten with other kids. If that's how it looked, it's probably all thanks to Rina and Mian. Perhaps you feel more like a resident of Himizawa after taking part in the festival today. I wonder about that. Oh, that's not like you. I had tried to get used to Himizawa, but there were still plenty of things I didn't know. The faces of people I met, for example. Things that happened in the past as well. Oh, you're feeling left out because of something like that? So it's not like so much as a feeling of left out, it's just, I'm not sure how to say it. Instead of the dam construction site, the flying over it and other conflicts, that terrible incident they pretended they didn't even know about whenever I brought it up. Even though it was in the past, as someone living in Himizawa, it wasn't wrong to want to know about both the good and bad that had happened here. If it put you at ease, then I'll tell you everything I know. Tommy-Jackson's smile made me more relieved than I've ever been. It was hard to think of what to ask when someone said, ask me anything though. Even though there was so much I wanted to ask. And could you tell me about what happened when the dam was being constructed? There was a big incident where Himizawa was going to be submerged, right? I think the locals would be more knowledgeable about the dam than I am. But if you don't mind, I'll tell you what I know. It's only what I read in the newspaper though. Tommy-Jackson's eyes entered an uncomfortable gaze as he searched through his memories, then he spoke. The decision to start the dam project was finalized 7 or 8 years ago. I heard it was the next major project after Kurobe. Kurobe. The three major issues in Japan at the time, proving inner island transportation infrastructure, meaning the high demand for electricity and flood control. There was a boom of dam building due to the massive economic stimulus they provided on top of generating electricity and flood control. Himizawa had the right conditions to support dam construction, so it was singled out. The dam reservoir would have covered quite a lot of ground when it was complete. The entire area right up to Yagouchi was upstream, way upstream would be underwater. But why would they have to pick a populated area like Himizawa? Couldn't they have picked a place where nobody lived? I'm not really sure why, but I heard that it was just the right terrain for building a dam. Of course there were protests in here at Himizawa. Higurashi had said there was a battle. From what? From that choice of word I had to guess it, things had turned violent. There was a trial and it was even brought up for the national diet. It was covered in the Tokyo newspaper too. Nina told me all that as well. I'm sure every resident of Himizawa had united to fight together. A feeling of solidarity found here which could not be expressed properly with mere words was likely brought about by that battle. As a result, bribery and scandals were brought to light. As things got more and more complicated, they eventually halted construction. If I wanted to know, now was my chance to ask. It was clearly a bizarre incident that boys my age would be curious about. I felt a little ashamed for the fact that I was petty enough to have my curiosity piqued by Rina and Mion's refusal to talk about the event. I figured I might as well ask since I had the chance, just so I would stop thinking about it so much. So there was a dismemberment, right? There was. I happened to be in Himizawa at that time, so I remember it well. Yamajak-san's answer was nonchalant in contrast to my hesitantly forced that question. It was about this time, 4 years ago. It was the day of the Onikakushi, if I recall correctly. Debate on whether to continue construction on the dam was in disarray. Scandal after scandal rocked the project near the end. The incident that was the final nail in the coffin for the dam project. The fight at the dam construction site ended in the victim being murdered. During prosecution, the 6 assailants divided the remains into 6 pieces and each hit one. 5 of the 6 criminals turned themselves in out of guilt, but 1 was still on the run. That right arm he'd hidden had yet to be found. The major details lined up with what was in the tabloid I read earlier. It certainly was a tragic incident, but it wasn't so terrible that Rina and Mion needed to hide it from me. I guess I didn't want someone who just moved in here to have a negative impression of Himizawa. I felt grateful for having friends who worried so much about me, as well as shame for still being so interested in it. It was near the end of all the troubles with the dam, you see, so everyone was saying that it was Orishida-sama's curse. Orishida-sama's curse her. Orishida-sama was the god of the shrine that held the festival today, if I recall correctly. I see, the guardian deity rained divine punishment down on the evil dam construction for trying to flood Himizawa. Apparently the younger ones didn't think so, but it seemed the elderly in the village never doubted that it was Orishida-sama's curse. The old woman with Tomitaka-san said with a mischievous chuckle. Tomitaka-san began laughing with her. It was so infectious I ended up laughing as well. But I wonder about now. There are quite a few, I think, amongst the youth too. A few are people who believe in Orishida-sama's curse. The woman's lips were still curled into a smile, but her expression turned stern. Then after that, it continued every year. But it was around this time, continued what continued. Tomitaka-san paused for a second as if to build up some suspense, then he whispered to me as if someone might have been listening. Every year on the day of the Onikakushi, someone dies. Bum bum bum. That's today, isn't it? The year following the dismemberment on the day of the Onikakushi, a man from Himizawa who was supporting the dam fell off a cliff overlooking some rapids and died while he was on vacation. Unfortunately for his wife, the body was never recovered. He supported the dam construction even though he lived in Himizawa. At the time, there were whispers among the elders saying he was Odishida-sama's curse. The woman chuckled mysteriously again. Then the next year, now at the Washinagashi, shrines Shinto priest died suddenly from unknown illness. His wife drowned herself in the bog that night. The shrine's Shinto priest? You mean he was from the shrine here? The woman nodded. There's a rumor among the villagers that they weren't able to quell Orishida-sama's anger. Then the year after that, again on the night of the Watanigashi, they discovered the battered body of a local housewife. Up until now, all these mysterious deaths were people involved in the dam or who had been in connection with Orishida-sama. With that in mind, could the housewife have been involved in some way too? Exactly. The woman died stated slyly. No, it was more menacingly. One of the victim's relatives, you see, was connected to the younger brother of the dam supporter who fell to his death 2 years before. The younger brother is still alive, it seems, but it did bother him quite a bit, so he moved to the neighboring town. For a while, I stood there with my mouth agape. The battle of the dam construction, with Himizawa's future at stake, and the murder at the center of it all. That was all I knew, and that was all I wanted to ask about. But that wasn't all there was to the story. Homicide, body disposal, accidental deaths, terminal illness, suicide, fatal beatings. I'm a pretty level-headed person. I don't want to believe in curses. Terminal illness? What? But the freakish deaths happened every year on the day of the Washinagashi, and all of them were related to the dam construction. It was easy to dismiss each of them as coincidences by themselves, but when you put them all together, dismissing all of them as coincidences would then defy logic. I don't believe in curses, but every single year on the day of the Washinagashi, someone or something makes it happen without fail. The woman chuckled again as if she picked up on what I was thinking. I felt like she was saying, maybe we frightened him, stuff like that. I felt embarrassed at being fed so easily. I pressed Tommy-san to continue, a bit impatient and irritated in my tone. Then, so someone died every year, right? Who was it that time? I wonder, who do you think? Hikachi-kun? What the hell? The way he said it didn't agree with me. The sarcastic tone ticked me off. Don't avoid the question, I'm serious here. Hey, calm down, Hikachi-kun. I realized when she tried to calm me down that I had been panicking. We aren't trying to avoid the question, Hikachi-kun. It's just when you say the next year, that's this year. That's today. When she hesitated to say, Tommy-san finished for her. I broke into a cold sweat. I really didn't like the direction this was headed. When she hesitated, I thought Tommy-san was talking, and then her facial expression changed. I thought she said it. Whatever. Nobody wants to speak of it, but they all think it's gonna happen again tonight. The festival was so cheerful though. Well, the victim last year, the housewife, she was a non-believer. It turns out she didn't even attend the Watanagashi festival. There's a rumor going around that if you didn't participate in the festival, you would incur Orishida-sama's wrath. Didn't you hear anything about this, Hikachi-kun? I never even heard a whisper of that rumor. And then the reason everyone was at the festival was they were afraid of the curse. I figured that must have been the reason. There were a lot of people at the Watanagashi. A lot more people at the Watanagashi than usual. I guess everyone was just afraid, after all, of Orishida-sama's curse. I couldn't utter a single word. This modern age already made progress in all scientific fields, shedding light on the unknown and misunderstood. Black and white televisions had been eradicated, and we sent men to the moon. Even with all our accomplishments, this can exist in modern society. Tons of invitations were sent out to name big towns, youth groups to help pad the numbers. After this string of events, you decided to join. The municipal committee members were complaining about how hard it was to gather participants. Also, the police are treating each case as isolated. They don't believe they're connected. They're trying to keep it quiet so it's all plainclothes officers. They finally began to dawn on me why Rina and Mian were reluctant to talk. If nothing happened during the Onikakushi, everything would have been over with and I'd be none the wiser. If nothing happened, all would be well. In that case, it would all just end up being crazy talk. I should have just pretended like I knew nothing from the beginning. Then they wouldn't have had to act like nothing happened. I would have all gone back to life as usual. Maybe it was just too much for him after all. The woman ran her fingers through her hair as she sighed. No, it wasn't. It's not at all. I tried to act strong, but that just served to emphasize how much the information had unsettled me. But seeing how I looked, Tommy-san appeared to regret saying anything. Getting outside, he then spoke, forcing an awkward, upbeat demeanor. Takechi-kun, sure you don't believe in such things as curses? Well, no. If the cause of all the crimes were unknown with the perpetrator, and the methods are all a mystery, then I would think it's the work of a curse. But that's not how things are in reality. The police are investigating the evidence and suspects to uncover the truth. Hearing him say police made me feel a lot better. It's perfect for applying the word curse. The first one, the dismemberment, for example, I told you, didn't I? All but one of the perpetrators were arrested. It's only a matter of time for the last one. The motive turned out to have been an argument that they had one intoxicated. That's no curse, don't you agree? That was true. If it didn't happen on the day of the Onikakushi, then I wouldn't think it was related to the curse at all. The accidental death of the man who supported the dam is the same. He was in a position that made others hate him. The police had made a point of investigating from that angle. They concluded it was an accident, no foul play. But they both happened at the day of the Onikakushi festival, right? Ha ha ha. Just think about it, Higurashi-kun. Do you think people with a lot of enemies in Higurashi could participate easily in a local festival? It would be essentially hard for them to be around during the Onikakushi, so they probably left Higurashi intentionally around this time of year to travel, don't you think? It wasn't a very clear explanation, but I so understood what Tommy-san was getting at, so I pressed on eagerly, asking more questions so that I could convince myself. And Tommy-san, what about the priest who died after that? The one with the unknown illness. Oh, he's the one with the illness. I think I instantly just forgot about that after reading it. That also happened on the day of the festival. Even easier to explain what happened to the Shinto priest. The Onikakushi is a really big event that happened once a year. It was probably from all the built-up stress. Or it may have been because of a priest-resistant condition. It was an unknown illness. It's hard to believe something with an unknown cause could exist with all our modern advances in medicine. It's just an exaggeration. Rumors making rumors. Anyone would get worked up over having incidences happen 2 years in a row. Certain that is quite unnatural though. Of course the police ordered an autopsy because of the strange way he died. But there wasn't anything enough for them to open up a full investigation, you know? Turns out it was just a sudden death due to illness. The priest's wife committed suicide, correct? What about that? We already explained that. Everyone was shaken up by the incidences that happened for a third year. Those who were strong-faith were quick to believe it was the work of a curse. Of course that includes the priest's wife. After they found a suicide note that said something like, my death will quell Orishida-sama's anger, then how about the next incident with the housewife that happened on the day of the Onikakushi too? The perpetrator had already been caught and the case had already been closed. Turns out it was just some nutjob trying to continue the legacy of the Higurashi curse. And then how about the incident the next year? Oh yeah, this year is the next year. Tommy-san gave a haughty laugh. Nothing will happen, nothing this year. Not this year. There's no curse to begin with, it's just a group of people believed it was the explanation for a string of coincidences. My internal computer finally got itself back on track. I felt a bit embarrassed by how childish I'd become after losing control and panicking. I can see very clearly now that Takechi-kun really does love Higurashi, even if Orishida-sama's curse actually did exist. Takechi-kun couldn't bring himself to believe that such a thing existed. I felt very relieved. I should probably just forget everything I've heard tonight. I'll meet Mina and Neon tomorrow with the same smile as always. I'd probably also like tonight to end without incident, so they can continue on tomorrow without having to worry about me. Perhaps seeing my change in attitude, the woman who had been listening in stretch as she got up from the rocks she was sitting on stretched. Well then, I should be getting back. Goodness, I think I may have gone a bit too long too. There's so few people compared to the groups from before. I could make out a few groups of families enjoying the cool evening air. I looked at my watch. It seems that we were talking for the better part of an hour. An hour? Is that true? No, not really. Didn't you come along with your friend Ketchikan? I think it was about 30 minutes. Not going to look for them? Oh yeah, they might be all looking for me. Haha. You're quite the scoundrel making those girls look for you. See you, Ketchikan, have a nice night. You too, Joho-san. I'll see you in a bit too. I'll see you a bit later. Amitaka-san seems to be quite the scoundrel himself, but his name is Joho. After dusting off her backside, she disappeared into the crowd of people still busy cleaning up the shrine grounds. Ketchikan, so sorry. In a place, Rina came running over. You could see all the others behind her. Speak of the devil. My bad, Kichan. We got so caught up in our discussion. I completely forgotten about them while catching up in my own conversation, so we were even. Da 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 da. My, so the Tomitaka-san was with you. This works out perfectly. We still need to sell the shooting gallery competition. Ah, that's right. So I guess I'm gonna end up dead last. In the end, after my dramatic victory, Yukitan was the last challenger, but there weren't many targets left. The only remaining ones were tiny and difficult to hit. She did take her time and aim, but all 3 shots completely missed. She was to end up sharing the little crown with Tomitaka-san. However, she did a little mewing cry in front of the owner, and he turned to mush instantly. She was given a pack of gum as a consolation prize. Her method was a bit odious, but she did avoid being the loser rather magnificently. Come to think of it, Rika-chan is quite the trickster. I have no idea what Kichi is talking about. Now then, it's decided that Tomitaka-san is dead last. Everyone cheered and applauded. Tomitaka-san smiled wearily, slightly bewildered. So Tomitaka-san, are you ready? Penalty time. Oh, I completely forgot about that. You're too naive, Tomitaka-san. This is why our club can never lose. Mian pulled a foul tip marker from her pocket. Oh, it's that. Show him some mercy, Mian. At least use a washable marker. Permanent one is too harsh. Haha, it just has to be permanent. It comes off when you do the laundry anyway. Whoa, what is this? Please take it easy on me. Oliver's pinned his arm down. I'm gonna push him with the marker in one hand and squish squish. But she didn't write on Tomitaka-san's face, she wrote on the shirt he was wearing. You better have your big break this year, Mian. Mina took up the marker next. Show me your photos next time, Mina. It was a little heartwarming and I just had to laugh. Haha, this is more like a farewell card than a penalty. Oh, I'm not as soft as the rest. I'll make sure this is a penalty. Haha, dead last, Satoko. Try harder next time, Rika. Here you go, Gechi-san. I couldn't decide what to write, but based on what kind of penalty this was probably the most appropriate. Come back and play next time, Kichi. Tomitaka-san was silent the entire time. At first he was quite bewildered, but now he had a different look on his face. So I have to wear this all the way back to Tokyo as part of the penalty? Of course, you'd better wear it all the way home. Haha, you could wear it when you come back. It would be nice. I have to wash it, so I don't think he's gonna do that. He appeared deeply moved. Embarrassment mixed with a wealth of other emotions made him turn bright red. Understood, I'll wear this the next time I come here. I promise. Everyone cheered and applauded. It was the finest parting gift possible for a buddy heading out tonight. I saw the woman who was with Tomitaka-san standing near the festival grounds. It seemed Tomitaka-san noticed her too, and knew it was time to leave. Seems like your guest is waiting. Isn't it about time? Yeah, that's certainly how it seems. Ha ha ha. Tomitaka-san headed off towards her. I seemed to apologize for making her wait. We all shouted stuff at Tomitaka-san. Each time we did, he looked back and waved his hand. Eventually he headed and faded into the darkness of night. It was quite the casual farewell. This wasn't the first time any of us had seen someone off. They have done the same thing many times before. He's gone. He certainly is. Well, it's about time we take off too. Pikachu had to stay behind with the other committee members since they were having a meeting, so Toko was tagging along with her. I headed back home with the usual suspects. The walk back was quite lively with talk of the day's war stories. Should have done this, should have done that kind of stuff. Mina and I parted ways with Mian, and then it was just the two of us. Then we got to my house and I parted ways with Vina as well. It's already pretty late. Are you alright by yourself? Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. It's close, so I'm gonna run too. If you run into some weirdo, just yell. Someone does come when you can't save me, maybe. If I hear you. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll scream loud enough so you can hear me. Night time. Merrily spinning her arms and running at full speed, Vina dashed off. She was fine in that mode, not even Edo could stand against her. His cheerful presence disappeared and it finally became quiet again. The curse that not a single person ever whispered about. The more I learned about it tonight, the more unsettling it became. It didn't show on any of their faces, but they were probably all concerned about it as well. If nothing happens tonight, then it all ends up being crazy talk. Nothing will happen, nothing at all. What's wrong, Kichi? Why are you standing in a place like that? Come inside, you'll catch a cold. That's my mom. Did you go, Mom? The Onikakushi festival? In the end, your father didn't wake up, so I missed her. A little disappointing. Mom struck her tongue out with a bit of an embarrassed look on her face. Okay, I guess I didn't go. Maybe they also didn't hear about the curse then. Higurashi, when they cry. That's a lot actually. What, 4 different tips? New tips. Hojo's, Hojo, like Sadoko Hojo? From the June 1918 edition. On the afternoon of XX at 2 p.m., office employee XXX and his wife XXX of Hemisawa village in Shinobon Prefecture appeared after falling 27 meters from the observation platform in Shibikawa Prefecture. Police sent firefighters to search downstream and discovered the bodies of XXXX at around 7 p.m. that evening. His wife XXXXX has yet to be found. Search has run into difficulty due to the effects of Typhoon 3 from the previous day. It appears a railing at the observation that the X-axis leaned on had broken, causing him to fall. The groundkeeping staff was questioned by the police in regards to the facility deterioration and if park maintenance was performed properly. Ba 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 da ba ba ba. Only one of them isn't a newspaper thing. On the June 1981 edition, I don't know what this one was called. I didn't read it. On the afternoon of XX around 10 p.m. in the X district of Himizawa village in Shinobon, Preference, the Shinto priest of the Furudu shrine, passed away after an existing condition he was recovering from suddenly worsened. Parties closer to the deceased said he was suffering from anxiety issues concerning the festival which was to be held that day. Furudu, that's Rika, right? Also, after XXX's death, his wife XXX went missing, leaving behind a farewell note. The police and local youth association continued the search. However, given the presence of the farewell message and the fact that Onikakushi marsh is said to be bondless, they had run into difficulties. Does that mean these other ones could be about Mian and Rina? So this is the terminal illness death of Shinto, a priest Fudu. This is the housewife murder, so is this Rina or Mian's thingy? It wasn't reported in the newspaper. That's strange because he said he read it from the newspaper and that's how he got all the information from. But this one wasn't reported. Huh. Radio think Itomitaka-san said that. Radio log. This is Okinomiya Station, calling Unit 3. Please respond. This is Unit 3, loud and clear. Backup is heading your way. Hold position until further instructions. Over. Roger, Unit 3 acknowledge. Requesting no headlights. Requesting radio silence. Station, the doctor has arrived. They want to carry it out. What's the order? Over. Acknowledge. Leave it to the doctors. Affirmative. Understood. Backup has arrived. Shouldn't we let them take photos first? I think the VIC is done for. Victim? Oh, someone's dead. Well, I guess that's it for this time, huh? Bye bye.